Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal, and it helps support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Therix back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. I decided to make a change. For what it's worth, it's gonna grow back. Don't fucking worry about it. I legit just thought to myself over the weekend, I was like, I don't remember what it looks like to not have a beard and or hair. So, I just decided, fuck it, get rid of it. So I did, and here we are. My beard grows back really fast, though, so I would not be, I wouldn't be surprised if this is already just, like, darkened in 2 or 3 days. But today we're playing a historic deck, and we're not really using new cards. I mean, we have Erebos, but for the most part, this is just, we're playing rats. Why are we playing rats? Because fuck it. We're playing rats. Also, someone asked if I could stop swearing as much, and I meant to, like, do that, but oops. Anyway, initially this deck was not going to include blue, but I wanted to make sure I had a maximal number of cards that helped my rats actually get through for damage. So, for that, we have Tetsuko, Umezawa Fugitive. She's a good old-fashioned 2-mana 1/3, creatures with power or toughness, 1 or less, can't be blocked. So I believe everything in our deck will have at least power toughness 1 or less, except for these 2 over here. Excuse me. Which is just fantastic. It means that we're going to be able to get through damage through blockers. Piper the Swarm is very similar in that it gives our rats menace, but what's really awesome about Piper is that it also makes rats. So we have a decent, 2-mana 1/3, just like Tetsuko over here. However, we trade in that definite unblockability for menace, which is not as reliable. Obviously, if our opponent is playing a token strategy, they're likely going to be able to trade decently with our grummy little rats. But what's great about Piper the Swarm is that they make rats. So we got a 2 mana and tap, make a 1/1 black rat. Now, this obviously isn't the best. However, when you have the option of putting down a Piper or activating Piper the Swarm versus playing another rat colony, it usually, I found, in the couple games I tested this, it's better to make a rat because then you have a little bit more protection against board wipes. Honestly, like rat colonies that are just 3/1s or 4/1s, they are plenty sufficient to be able to just like kill your opponent in relatively few turns. What's nice about Piper the Swarm as well is that if you're in some situation where your opponent is, casting something that's going to take your rats out but not your opponent's creatures, you can go ahead and if you have 4 mana up, sack your rats, steal the card. It's pretty great. Then of course we have some rats. We got 4 burglar rats because we do want to have some sort of interaction with our opponent. This forces them to discard, which is decent. And then 11 rat colonies. I could probably slip more in. Honestly, I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to add up to 12. I think this is probably as many as you realistically need to relatively consistently get your rats colonies, because they don't buff the other rats, to be 3/1s. And as I said, that seems to be pretty decent for our purposes here. But you don't need to go overboard with a rat colony deck. There are plenty of supporting cards that I do think help a decent amount. Supporting cards like Chittering Witch. Now, obviously, she is worse in 1v1 contexts. Yes, I did craft these cards. These cards don't come out of Eldraine packs. They come out of the Brawl decks, I think. As you notice, it references the number of opponents you have. We're only going to have 1. Is a 4 mana, makes a 2/2 and a 1/1. However, she has a slightly better ability than Erebos in that we can sacrifice one of our rats to -2/-2, and Erebos is a -2/-1. And really the power of the creature we don't care as much about as the toughness. So being able to go ahead and double drain that toughness compared to Erebos is very helpful. Speaking of Erebos, Erebos is another card that is pretty helpful in this deck. Whenever one of our creatures dies, we can pay 2 life if we do draw a card. This is great against control decks that are going to be board wiping us, where we can go ahead and just like, all right, cool, we put stuff on the board, you board wipe, I'm going to pay a lot of life, draw a bunch of cards because you're not pressuring my life total, I'm the aggressor here, I'm pressuring you. So that's great for Erebos. Obviously, the -2/-1 thing we talked about a little bit. It's also a 5/6, which is fine. Man. The all-star in this deck is Phyrexian Arena. It just draws you extra cards every turn. Going turn 2 Burglar Rat into Phyrexian Arena on turn 3, into double Rat Colony on turn 4. That's really a great line of play where you can start getting your value train rolling, and you do not care about the life gain or the life loss because you're going to murder your opponent. Then we have Finale of Eternity. I tried this in every deck, and I'm playing it this time. It's helpful at dealing with annoying small creatures. I played against a Jund Sacrifice deck, which it would have been decent against. They did have, you know, Priest of Forgotten Gods, aka DJ, and then they also had Llanowar Elf, but unfortunately I kept a 2-lander, and I didn't draw any more lands, so that was a little awkward. Notably, we are playing 24 lands because we do still want to get up to these higher mana costs. Some cards that I did consider were Dread Presence, because initially I was just a mono black deck and I had plenty of swamps. Got rid of it, obviously. Liliana Dreadhorde General, I didn't want to have a card that cost that much. And then Vanquisher's Banner, this is the one that I think I might include, depending on how today's games go. Probably cutting out, like, probably cut out 2 Chittering Witch to just putting 2 Vanquisher's Banner is probably correct. Maybe 1 Phyrexian Arena, 2 Chittering Witch, we add 1 Erebos and 2 Vanquisher's Banners. Fuck, you know what? I'm just gonna do that now. That just sounds better. Even though I already crafted the Chittering Witch. It's fine. I need to get rid of one of you. Yeah, I like this. And the reason I like Vanquisher's Banner here is because once we get this down, like, we get to just keep our train rolling. I will say it does shut off Tetsuko, because it means all of our rats will have toughness of 2 or more. But at the end of the day, if our rats are bigger, it's pretty decent, and we're going to be drawing extra cards when we cast our rats. So we'll see how this goes. It's possible I shouldn't have made those changes before actually playing, but whatever. And I did play a couple of viewer games. I played a couple of practice games, one against Bant Legends that we won because, you know, we put on pressure and they did not have, like, much to do. This is a good hand. We have turn 1 Burglar Rats, probably turn 2 Piper of the Swarm. We only have 2 lands, but we have a lot of plays. Whereas the game that I did lose against Jund Sacrifice, I didn't have as many plays. So I'm on a black deck, drinking some apples. Fuck. I'm drinking apple juice because it's my jam. Aw, you're going to be remorseful when you see this hand. I assume they're going to take the Piper of the Swarm, maybe one of the rat colonies. I think it's Piper of the Swarm, though. That makes the most sense. Yeah. That did make the most sense. Oh, I got another land. Cool. So we're going to Burglar Rat into Burglar Rat. We just want to annoy their hand a little bit as we set up. So I assume they're on mono black because of this into this. They're not. So they're on Dimir... Fenlurker, we're going to get rid of the Chittering Witch, I suppose. Potentially Dimir Exile. We're going to get another card out of their hand. We're going to attack with our rat. We'll see if they decide to block. They might. But yeah, I'm assuming this deck has, like, Ashiok. 3 mana Ashiok. I don't know if they have 4 mana. Okay, so this is Mill, and I assume they're planning on milling me. But, you know, forcing the discard's great. In my opinion, they should have saved that. I'm slightly worried about a Ritual Soot / Cry the Canarium. I would expect a deck like this to play that, but who knows how much they're actually doing with that. Alright, so we have Piper of the Swarm, which means I'm actually going to just play Rat Colony Piper. One reason is that Piper survives a Witch's Vengeance as well as a Cry the Canarium, and the other reason, of course, being that it's getting this online is fewer cards from my hand that are being developed onto the board. And if you're just gonna let me draw cards, like, I'm fine with that, dude. I have 2 cards in hand. It's Jank versus Jank. The one thing that I'm going to have to get used to is doing this. Okay, cool. We got a land. So we don't have enough to do that. I am going to go ahead and just Rat Colony, because I do have access to Castle Locthwain. So I'm just going to swing with here. Yeah, and then I'm just holding up Piper of the Swarm. I would not be surprised if there was a board wipe, though. No way you're just doing that again for 2. You're going to die. You should not give me resources. What are you doing, fam squad? They have to have something. In times of turmoil, in times like these. That was Ghost, Rats by Ghost. The rats. I look so weird. But I don't even care. A bit land heavy, but we have access to Piper of the Swarm, which is great. And we can turn 1, turn 2. Or turn 2, turn 3, I should say. So I'm totally fine with that. Technically, the deck would maybe benefit from some turn 1 cards. Oh, hell yeah, turn 1, or turn 2, turn 3, jeez. I don't need to show them that I am splashing blue just yet. They don't need to know. Oh, okay, so this is going to be Boros Tokens? Perhaps? I'm going to attack first. They might raise the alarm here. No, alright. So I think, honestly, I do think they have raised the alarm. Years of playing this game does have its benefits. So yeah, so I'm just going up against another deck. I think I'm actually going to play double Ds. Because these block decently. Like, even if they heroic reinforcements, they still block okay. Am I going to attack with my rats? No. And the reason I'm not going to is because I can use the rat as double block fodder to kill a token from the heroic reinforcements. Yeah. Woman of the Sun. I might just die to curve. Because if they go land heroic reinforcements, that's a lot of damage. Alright. That's fine. They're making a lot of tokens. So it actually might not even be a reinforcements deck. It might just be like Cavalcade that I have to deal with. But I am going to go ahead and just like... Yeah, they're not going to have a portal wipe. I'm going to pop off. I will say I'm a little bit of a coward, so I'm still going to hold back. So when you attack... Jesus. 2 other creatures make a 1/1 soldier. That's fine. God, jeez. Alright. I die as soon as they draw a Cavalcade or heroic reinforcements. But if they start attacking, I can whittle them down. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm enamored with that attack here. Do I kill the goblins or the soldiers? I think I'm going to kill the goblins. I will block with the Burglar Rat as well. So this is just 4 damage. Yeah, honestly, that's fine. And these are unblockable, so I can't attack through. Sweet. Okay, so I do need to start putting the pressure on. And he can actually make another rat, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and attack for 10. So yeah, as long as we have to fade, I think a single draw, because yeah, they're dead. So I have to fade a single draw. I did. I win the game. Because this just scries. It doesn't do anything. They can't kill me from 11. Yeah, I just win. Because these cannot be blocked. Rats? Oh, rats. I got a rock. I'm Charlie Brown. Wait. I'm actually brown. What is this red bar? Seriously, I don't know why it's there. It's just on these 2 decks. Oh, I think it's the deck? It's the card back, like, bleeding through. That's so fucking... great game, Wizards. Great game. Fucking card back bleeding through the damn deck box. So good. I've been playing enough Legends of Runeterra that, like, I'm so used to being able to hover over the Eye of Foresight or whatever the hell they call it to see, like, what happens if I block a certain way. And we don't have that in Magic. I'm just like... I'm so spoiled now. I'm just like, I want to know what happens if I block like this without doing actual math. So this is okay. I do wish we were going first. But yeah, I mean, we have Rat Colony into Piper. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Is this another tokens deck? Mardu. Mardu Enchantments. Interesting. So yeah, I think I'm still going to do Piper next turn. And then on turn 4, just double up on these. Although it might actually be better to do this on turn 4 so that I can kill that pretty... I mean, rude, but it doesn't accomplish all that much. I do think I still want to Piper this one here. Next turn, do I Chittering Witch? I think I do. Get Starfield Mystic out of here. They did not have an additional lands. Me likey. So yeah, next turn I'll be on 5. I can use Chittering Witch and then use Piper the Swarm. My Witch might, you know, go bye-bye, but I don't think I care. Cool, they didn't do anything. I mean, winning a game when an opponent has Mana Screw is not the best, but I'm playing jank. I'll take it. Binding on Piper? That's fine. Attack with your Mystic. Do it, coward. Let me keep my rat. Coward. Oh no, I can't play Piper the Swarm. Yeah, it's fine. You don't tap, right? Oh, fucking hell yeah, dude. I'm going to kill you. Slim Shady is fed up with your shit, and he's going to kill you. Anything else? Yeah. Sue me. When I was just a little baby boy, my mama used to tell me these crazy things. She used to tell me my daddy was an evil man. She used to tell me he hated me. But then I got a little bit older and I realized she was the crazy one. This is an interesting Mardu Enchantments deck. Please don't have a board wipe. Oh, they're gonna hit my rat colony now. See, makes sense. However, Piper the Swarm makes his own token, so I don't care as much. I have 3 cards left. My rat colony is being gone. Does hurt the deck somewhat, but I think I've lost. I cannot make a number of rats sufficient to steal this before my opponent can get value. Ah, yeah, I'm dead. We're just gonna move on. Hey, I'm just glad this was actual jank. We lost a jank. I like that Mardu Enchantments deck. I'm gonna really quickly just go ahead and plus. Just gonna go ahead and historic. Mardu Enchantments. There we go. Yeah, shut up. I just want the deck. Is still there? Cool. I will absolutely forget if I don't do that, so that's what I do. Garfield. It's what I do. After I record today, I'm gonna try and get some grading done while I eat dinner. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Oh, it's so potentially hazardous, but I'm gonna keep it. Got turn 2, turn 3. Hopefully we have lands by then. Ginger Brutes. What the hell am I going against? Artifacts is my guess? Like blue X artifacts? Yeah, blue-white could still be artifacts. Alright, well. Gonna go ahead and burglarize. Oh, I don't know if I addressed this. No, I think I did. I didn't put out a video Saturday or Sunday because I was busy Friday and Saturday. Just so everyone knows. Wow, use mana so I can't block your 1/1. Sure, bro. Got another Piper. You encounter me, bro? No? I don't know what my opponent is playing. They have 4 cards left, and I have no clue. Is it 1/1s of the deck? I don't... Is it Azorius Tempo? Okay, it's Azorius Tempo. Sure. That's fine, because they used that on that. Which is whatevs to me. Let's go with another Piper and a Tetsuko, I think. This might get countered. It does not. Okay, so we are a little behind in terms of damage. And we're going to start being a little behind in terms of them drawing cards. But hopefully it's not too big a deal. Luckily, they are unlikely to have a board wipe in this deck. So they didn't attack with Gingerbread, which is very interesting because I have Menace. Oh no, I'm unblockable. I can't be blocked. So that is a little strange. To Fairy... to bounce Piper?
No longer stand by and watch.
Sure, I get to kill Teferi, because, once again, can't be blocked. I guess they could have Unsummon? Do I attack both at Teferi? Possibly? They could have Unsummon, so I guess I'll do this. Yeah, doesn't seem like they did. I don't think I'm supposed to Phyrexian Arena here. I think instead I just double Rat Colony. Because they already have unblockability. So I just need to really put the pressure on them. And the next turn, I guess I can Piper plus Arena. I don't know if I should Arena in this match, just because of the fact that I'll be taking damage. So my opponent, you know, drawing cards and stuff. Ornithopter, I do not care about. Gingerbrute, I do not care about. Siren Stormtanger, I don't really care about either. I'm gonna Rat Colony. You have an Essence Scepter? No? Okay. I'm going to Piper the Swarm. Okay. That's 10. Put him to 8. Shit. If they have an Unsummon, then Tetsuko. Well, at the very least, they still have Menace because of Piper. So I'm expecting they're gonna flash in the Mermaid to tap Tetsuko and remove her ability, which would then make it so that these guys are blockable. Similar thing. But they still do have Menace, so they can only block 2. They can block the Rat Colonies, which sucks, because that means they're both going to die. But I get to kill 4 things on their board. Unless I only block 1, which would be interesting, I guess. Really? Okay. So that is still damage. So this is 4... The thing is, my opponent is starting to get a little bit lower in life. Another Storm Tamer, that's fine. Erebos, hi! How's it going? No. Erebos is not the correct play. It's Tetsuko. Is she gonna get countered now? I can't pay 4. So they go down to 7. After they go down to 7, this will go down to 3. I'll have another 1/1. I'm cutting it close, but I think it's more valuable to get the the rat than it is to play Arena. So it could go 2, 7, 6. Yeah, it's not a sure thing, but I feel like just holding up for Piper is a little bit better. If I can beat Azorius Tempo, I'd be pretty happy about the success of the deck. I'm gonna target my Piper. It's possible. Do have another Piper though. Now it's a little harder for you to get rid of my menace. Wait a minute. Oh, rat coloring does get bigger with other rats. For some reason I mixed up the one thing and the other. I mean, this is still okay, right? So they take 2 to 5. I play it again. And next turn, I should be able to kill them, maybe? As I said, it's cutting it fucking close. I'd love to get another Tetsuko. Keep getting their damn unsummons. But cards like this are kind of trash, so... They only have 3 cards in hand. These don't even count, because Menace is great. Interesting. 1, 2... So, I mean, this for sure gets countered, but they do use up mana for that. 2, 3... It's an instant? No, it's a sorcery. Shit. I kind of just want to try and get them to use mana, but maybe it's just better if I attack with everyone. Because their plan might just be Brazen Borrower, which I'd be super fine with. Fuck it, I'm just swinging. Just swinging. Excuse me? Poggers! Fucking pew pew, dude! Got that. Color me surprised. What a shame that I've made no progress. No progress on either of these. That's so nice, Wizards. I'm really glad that you refused to let me play the formats I enjoy. Awesome. I mean, it's fine. Fucking no one's gonna watch this. Well, it's rats. I think people will watch this video, but people do not like when I play anything other than standard. And this is true for a bunch of other creators I've talked to. Their non-standard videos just do horribly, which sucks because standard's the worst format. Easily. It just is on so many levels. Regardless, that was rats. Rats did not half bad. Cool. I will be updating this, I think, to make it look a little bit as snazzy as the Legends of Runeterra version. But yeah, I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Zen, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them and support the show, you'll find links to that down in the description below. Hope you've enjoyed this video with these dirty, filthy vermin. And if you did, go ahead and tap that like button. Add a subscription to your mana pool. Cast a comment to the comment section down below. Pass the turn of the vid to some of your friends. And of course, until next time, all will be one.